We tried the famous Tom Cruise cake. Here's the verdict. If there's one thing I like to do in the month of December, it's watch movies. Granted, watching movies is more or less my favorite thing to do at any point in any given year. But in December the energy shifts. We've got new releases gunning for Oscar's glory. We've got a few major blockbusters ready to take the Christmas box office by storm. Avatar: Fire and Ash, we're looking at you. And, of course, we've got our perennial holiday classics. The oldies we love and cherish and return to every season, and a few new contenders trying their best to crack that annual rotation. One that's entered into my queue in the last few years is Eyes Wide Shut. Stanley Kubrick's final film, the legendary director died 4 months before its release in 1999, is hardly the jolly, feel-good movie that most people would associate with the month of December. On screen, it's filled with tortured characters, sexual angst, and cult iconography. Off-screen, it was a famously difficult production that was at the time rumored to have ruined the real-life marriage of its on-screen married couple, played by Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. But the film remains a compelling artifact of Kubrick's late career. It's a strange, trippy tale, and it happens to feature some of the most perversely alluring holiday imagery you'll ever see on screen. Against all odds, Eyes Wide Shut has become a December classic for me and many other sickos. Tom Cruise hasn't made any other Christmas movies in his long and storied career, but he's become a holiday legend in another way. Every year, he sends a cake out to all of his collaborators, friends, and acquaintances. But not just any cake. The same cake every year. A white chocolate coconut bundt cake. Kind of sounds like something the kid from A Christmas Story would repeat again and again and salivate over, right? The cake, which comes from Doan's Bakery in Woodland Hills, California, has taken on a mythical life of its own, starting with its unofficial moniker, the Tom Cruise cake. Such celebrities as Glenn Powell, Kirsten Dunst and Jesse Plemons, Jon Hamm, and Tom Hanks are amongst the lucky few to be in Cruise's Rolodex and to have waxed poetic about the cake's excellence through the years. Cruise initially discovered the cake in 2008, when his then-wife, actress Katie Holmes, was filming Mad Money with the late Diane Keaton. At that point, Doan's Bakery founder Karen Doan said in a 2021 interview, Keaton was already a patron and an OG fan of the cake. She introduced it to Holmes, and Holmes and Cruise liked it so much that they ordered several cakes for their holiday party that year. Their marriage would end 4 years later, but the relationship between Cruise and the cake would last forever. In 2018, Cruise said during an appearance on The Late Show with James Corden that he doesn't consume sugar while training, and so he lives vicariously through others by giving them his beloved Doan's Bakery cake. But Cruise may not be training for anything at the moment. We don't know exactly what he's up to right now, but there have been no updates on a follow-up to Top Gun: Maverick, and it famously took 36 years to get the sequel off the ground and into theaters, and the Mission Impossible franchise is done at least for now. Cruise's next movie, Judy, from Birdman and The Revenant director Alejandro González Iñárritu, is reported to have wrapped. The project, set for an October 2026 release, is said to mark Cruise's turn away from action movies and back toward the dramatic roles he took on in the 1990s like Vanilla Sky, Magnolia, Jerry Maguire, and yes, Eyes Wide Shut. But even if he's not currently driving a motorcycle off a cliff for the sake of movie magic, we're going to guess that the screen icon is still training for something, still not consuming sugar, and still sending around his white chocolate coconut bundt cake. But we're not going to assume we've made it onto his Rolodex just yet. Call us Tom. So the staff here, Men's Health and Women's Health, took matters into their own hands and ordered the famous Tom Cruise cake, which you can purchase right this very second via Goldbelly for our own holiday celebration. So what's the verdict on the famous Tom Cruise white chocolate coconut bundt cake? The Tom Cruise cake is almost exactly what you'd imagine it to be like. It's a round cake, 10-inch in diameter, and serves around 12 to 16 people according to Goldbelly. It's made with a few simple ingredients: eggs, flour, sugar, sour cream, vanilla, white chocolate, coconut, cream cheese, butter, powdered sugar, and is made near nuts, so worth noting if you or someone in your party has allergies. Neither Goldbelly nor the Doan's Bakery website makes the caloric content available, but copycat recipes online put a slice between 350 and 700 calories, so we're assuming the official thing also falls in that general range. Also, if you order the cake from Goldbelly, Make sure you let it defrost for an hour or so before eating or serving, as it ships so efficiently nationwide due to being packed with dry ice. Coconut can be a polarizing dessert ingredient. Just bring up almond joys around Halloween, and you're almost certain to ignite a debate. But despite the coconut shavings atop the cake, its flavor is more subtle, blending in fairly seamlessly with the also subtle white chocolate flavors that come from the chocolate chunks mixed into the cake, the cream cheese icing, and whatever other holiday magic Karen Doan has stuffed into the cake itself. That being said, if you don't like coconut at all, there's certainly a generous sprinkling on there. You could always pick it off, but you'd be doing a lot of picking. A number of MH and WH staffers who otherwise didn't consider themselves coconut fans did enjoy their slice of the Tom Cruise cake, but the more ardent coconut skeptics might be tougher to win over. It is certainly a prominent taste and presence in the dessert. While the cake is appropriately decadent, it's not so rich or so heavy enough that you'll feel weighed down afterwards. You may even want to help yourself to a second slice. In fact, Tom Cruise would like you to. At $139.95, it's not cheap, and though the shipping is free, there is a small additional charge for taxes and other fees. But for pop culture vultures who want to taste the lore for themselves, it's a small price to pay. If you're looking for a great gift for a cinephile with a sweet tooth or a conversation-starting dessert to bring to a holiday party, there's no better option out there. The movie lovers and cruise stands in your life.